turn my high beams on. A lot of people ask questions about that. Sometimes they're not nice questions. They're more assumptions and insults about why do I ride with my high beams on. Well, for those of you that have asked nicely, here's the response. In Texas and in most places in the United States, it is an accepted and actually taught safety procedure to ride with high beams on motorcycles during the daytime hours. Obviously, at nighttime and dusk, we dip to low beams, but cagers here, automotive drivers, cars, trucks, etc., anything that's not a two-wheeler, we call cagers. I call cagers. They're not very attentive here. They're not really looking for motorcyclists because in the United States, motorcycles are not a primary mode of transportation like they are in a lot of the other countries around the world, especially Asian and Latin countries. So motorcycles here are more of a pastime or an enthusiast's mode of transportation, like myself, and it poses a lot of safety challenges on the road when nobody's looking for you, and in some cases they just don't care. You know, they see you and they don't care. They just move over because they're in a cage and their whole attitude is, yeah, go ahead and hit me, I'm not going to get hurt, you'll have to pay for my paint job. Well, yeah, for somebody else in a cage that's true, but motorcyclists don't have cages or airbags or any of that, so we try to play this as a no contact sport. So back to the point, high beams make us much more visible in daylight traffic because we've got a much smaller front profile, only one headlight. It's a smaller physical footprint on the road, so it helps motorists identify us at a glance in traffic. And I can't count the number of times or situations where riding with my low beam on, I've had cars pull right out in front of me, do dumb stuff, you know, cut across me, whatever, and just not see me. You know, it's attentional blindness. And with the high beam on, there's a much lower percentage of those cases, much lower. So they see you coming, and some of them occasionally they'll flash their brights at you. Now, whatever, man. If my little dinky headlight bothers your eyes in bright daylight, why don't you try looking at that ball of fire in the sun? See what you think about that. So the the difference in brightness levels between my bright beam and ambient daylight is not that much, but it's enough to make me visible. And if I got your attention and you noticed me and it annoyed you enough to flash your high beams at me, then guess what? I win the game because I got you to notice me, and that's what matters. So that's why motorcyclists here in the States will ride with their high beams on during daylight hours. It's an accepted safety practice. It is recommended and actually taught in the Motorcycle Safety Foundation courses. It's in the Texas Rider's Handbook, you name it. So there's the answer.